Communication studies is a discipline that's built on the accepted idea that we live in a world of abundance of media texts. And that if you're going to understand how this world works, you better understand a little bit about how those media forms are built, how they circulate, and how people engage with them.
Well, my approach to communications is that it infuses everything. It's both the medium and the message. It's the content and the way that something is delivered. It encapsulates everything, and really communication is culture and culture is communication.
What differentiates communication studies from other humanities programs, to me, is its flexibility, its diversity, its willingness to take risks, its willingness to ask questions, its willingness to strive for a social justice agenda.
And one of the things that people in communication, I think, are particularly adept at are at looking at communication in terms of, for example, the cultural significance or the social significance or the implication, the effects of various technologies on the ways that we communicate.
All of the first-year students take essentially the same classes. They take basic sound production, basic film video production, basic intermedia, which is computer graphics and web-based interactive media. And then we'll also be taking history, writing, theory courses in that first year.
What excites me about teaching the Comms 487, the Video 3 course, is the intense level of interaction with the students. It becomes a very important kind of collaborative experience. And we go through a real process, a creative and critical process together, and that, to me, is as much rewarding as it is with the end product.
We're one of the few schools that actually does production and theory and really brings those together so that when you're making a video, when you're making something, you're actually bringing all of the theory as well as the production together.
So we've just moved into a brand new building which houses the Department of Communication Studies and our sister Department of Journalism. And it's an amazing new space for us to work in. We have a kind of network structure in terms of how the building is wired and different spaces are connected to one another. And then a number of production spaces, studios, editing suites, multimedia labs, which provide students with a great deal of resources to develop their own creative work.
The fact that we have separate recording rooms, like through there, for each of the upper year sound studios means that students can bring in bands and record them well in the facilities that we have here.
The kind of work you're producing in this program is as close to professional quality as I think student work can be, and you're encouraged when you're finished not to just let your work sit there, but to actually do something with it and submit it to festivals or art galleries or TV or whatever you want to give the work a life outside of school.
Montreal is an incredibly dynamic milieu to be a student in communication studies, particularly one oriented towards understanding media but also creating media. It's a major production center across a range of media, everything from feature films and television programs, but to video games and to alternative arts centers and community-based cooperative arts centers. It's also a major city for popular music.
I've often said that I wish I was an undergraduate student in this program. And I say that because I look at the program itself. It is unlike any program that I've ever seen before. For one thing, there's only a set amount of applicants that are admitted. Once they come in, the entire department galvanizes around them and provides them with a kind of mentorship, small courses, a kind of sort of familiarity that they have between teachers and students that you don't find in other universities. And the amazing array of courses that you would never find anywhere else.
So the sort of student that would be interested in our program is the sort of student that already recognizes how important media technology is in the world today, the kind of impact that it has, the kind of influence it has. And what we specifically offer is a way to not only engage and work with those technologies, but also to study and analyze them.